Book 2, Chapter 6, 2 months of dangerous peace. Some silences are just the tide pulling back before the flood. The pinakbet Helen served was nothing short of a culinary mic drop. Savory, rich, and with just the right bitter kick from the ampalaya. A masterpiece that screamed, "Helen is back, baby." Upstairs in our cozy little haven, the warm lamplight fell on the wall where Marikit had insisted on pinning our ridiculous photos. Her delighted giggles echoed as she pointed them out to her mother. It was domestic bliss, pure and simple. The kind that sneaks up on you and makes your heart ache with how good it feels. "I'll be heading over to the Meniniut Guild Hall for a bit," I said, slinging my satchel over one shoulder. "Gotta drop off some compasses at the Portal Stop branch and check the sales. Gotta keep the empire running." With a wave to my two favorite housemates, I stepped out into the Sarimanook night. The evening sea breeze greeted me like an old friend, cool, a little sharp with salt, and carrying that faint briny kiss that clung to everything near the docks. The stone path outside my shop was slick with dried spray, the occasional crunch of sand underfoot betraying the proximity of the shore. Somewhere down the winding alleys of coral-colored homes and weathered wood, I could hear the distant clang of fishermen unloading their last haul, ropes slapping against masts, and the gulls, always the gulls, calling out as if they were part of some ancient coastal ritual. Mixed in with the smell of wood smoke, night-blooming dama de noche, and someone's very garlicky dinner a few houses down, there was the undeniable funk of drying squid, the true scent of home. Honestly, it smelled like someone tried to summon a vampire, a sailor, and a grandmother all at once. The building I was headed toward, the Meniniut Guild Hall, now a glimmering, bustling behemoth perched just uphill from the pier. It used to be a dying little dive called Whispering Seagulls, a half-forgotten tavern where dreams went to drown. 2 months. That's all it took to go from ghost town to adventurer hotspot. The new guild master, a retired adventurer named Perla Corrales, famous for once breaking a hydra's jaw with a frying pan, had flipped the place like a miracle worker. Toss in rumors about ancient ruins buried in the forest of Amihan, and suddenly every sword swinger this side of the archipelago wanted in. As for Lady Inez Espiritu, queen of subtle threats and dramatic entrances, it had been nearly 2 months since her glowing invitation. No flying carriages, no astral projections, not even a cursed pigeon. I wasn't complaining. That kind of silence? It's the kind of ominous peace you pretend to enjoy while subconsciously checking your shadow. Inside the guild hall, I was hit with a full-body slap of noise, warmth, and adventurer funk. This was chaos on commission. I still remember my first visit, the cobwebbed quiet, the leaking ceiling, and Tina Moran sobbing behind a desk with one busted drawer. Now, it was a breathing beast of boasts and contracts. The air was thick with spilled ale, sun-dried armor sweat, and the general scent of people who punch things for a living. Tankards clanged, boots scraped, chairs thudded. The razor-beak nests are thicker than fleas on a 3-headed dire wolf, a dwarf shouted, thumping the table like it owed him money. I swear the tree was judging me. A silver-haired elf sighed nearby, still picking bark out of her braids. Like you try climbing while being swarmed by magic mosquitoes. Warriors leaned over enchanted maps, glowing with pulses of red. Newbies hovered like caffeinated moths, clinging to every embellished tale with wide, worshipful eyes. And smack in the middle of all this fantasy finance, Pepito's Portal Stop. My kiosk gleamed in bold mango green, warm and confident, like a papaya that paid its taxes. It didn't just glow, it grinned, an island of calm in a sea of sweaty ambition. Tidy, well-stocked, and humming with quiet efficiency. My empire was growing. Focus, Pepito. Pathfinder compasses. Sales figures. Check in with a limp attack, then ghost out before. That's when it hit me. A voice, high-pitched, theatrical, and sugar-saturated. Cut through the dim like a champagne cork with teeth. Hey, wait just a darn minute. Is thought my favorite, most handsome, absolute best friend/business savior rich merchant in the whole wide world? My blood ran cold. My feet betrayed me. I froze mid-step, the beginnings of a groan caught in my throat like a dry peanut. That voice, that over-caffeinated tone dipped in glitter. Only one person in any reality sounded like that. A blur of red hair and twitching. Author's note. This is the smell before the storm chapter. A little sea salt, a little garlic, a lot of red-haired chaos. We're back in Sarimanook, and the calm is holding for now. But deep down you can feel it, right? Something's pulling at the tide again. Love what you heard. Don't let the tide pull you under. New chapters drop daily. Follow for more adventures with Pepito and the Exiled Nymph, magical mischief, coastal chaos, and fox ear distractions. Tap that to join the crew. Drop a comment if you're ready for more, and don't forget to like, save, and share if this chapter rocked your boat.